Namaskar. Welcome to the example number 6 for the event progeny prospects. In this example, we are going to study a male chart whose destiny is promising for the love marriage and also progeny prospects. He got married in a favorable period, and the couple postponed. They wanted to have some gap between their marriage and also the pregnancy, because they got so early marriage. So it means approximately about 22 years of age he got married. So they wanted to postpone for a few years. So that period also should support for such, obstacles or delay in the pregnancy, depending on the periods. And in the favorable Bugdi only that conception taken place and also delivery happened. So then similarly, they were planning for their second child also. They wanted to have a gap of few years. Then after that, in the favorable period, the conception taken place and second child also was born. So let us check how the destiny and which are the favorable K planets, which are the obstacle causing planets, how the that conception was postponed during that and some planets, the Bugdilad, which is having some obstacles which did not favor or did not support. Also, during that period only the native also wanted to postpone the pregnancy. So let us check how far this is also supportive with the help of the EPS tables. Example 6, timing of childbirth, delay in pregnancy. We will now study the birth chart. This is the birth chart of that male who got love marriage, and they postponed or delayed the pregnancy for their own reason. They wanted to have a gap between their marriage and also the pregnancy for childbirth. So let us check whether that they are all indicated in the birth chart. So prior to that, let us have a discussion on the birth chart general study. Lagna is falling in Libra sign. Fifth cusp is falling in Aquarius. Fifth Lord Saturn is posted in the seventh house. Though Saturn is in the weak place in the Aries sign, but fifth Lord occupying seventh house is good. And also that Saturn is aspected by Jupiter. Jupiter is third Lord and sixth Lord, but from the Lagna it is aspecting. And Sun, that is 11th Lord, also aspecting to the Saturn, fifth Lord. Then fifth house is not occupied by any planet, but the fifth sign wherein that fifth cusp is falling, that Aquarius, Rahu is posted. Rahu in the fourth house, but close to the fifth cusp, but it represents Saturn. So if Rahu is unfavorable in self-signification, then it can give trouble. That we have to check it. But that Jupiter is also aspecting to the Rahu and the fifth house. So fifth house is aspected by the Jupiter, and also fifth Lord also aspected by Jupiter, and Rahu also aspected by Jupiter. That way, fifth Lord is not unfavorably present, and they are all favorable. And Saturn also, fifth Lord is aspected by Mars by eighth aspect. Mars is occupying the 11th house, being the second Lord, seventh Lord is aspecting to Saturn. So that way, 5-7 combination and 11 combination, second combination, even they are all supportive for the love marriage also, because 5, 7, 2, 11, and that planets, Mars is also connected, Rahu also connected. So they are all supportive for the love marriage also, and this is also supportive for the pregnancy, progeny. Now we have to check the self-significations of this male chart with the EPS. I have gone to the, now we are in the EPS page, and let us check the self-significators. Let us start with the Lagna. Lagna Lord, 8th Lord occupying Lagna. Lagna Lord occupying Lagna is good, but 8th Lord 4, 6, 12 Cuspal Sublord. This is not good. 4, 6, 12 Cuspal Sublord is not good, but being the Lagna Lord occupying Lagna, it is fine, but still 8th Lord Lagna 4, 6, 12 is not good. So let us make Venus is red planet, weak planet. And the 5th Lord, also 4th Lord, doesn't matter. 5 occupant of the 7th house. 5 is strongly supported by the 7th house. Since 5 is supported by the 7th house and 4 is not supported, and second cuspal sublord is good, as I normally used to say, but 2, 6, 10 is more focusing on the karma trikon, favorable for the professional prospects, but it is also supportive because of the second house, and 2, 8, 11 cuspal sublord. 2 and 11 are very strong. 5, 7, 2 and 2, 11 cuspal sublord. They are all good significator for the progeny. 5, 7, 2, 2, 11. 2, 11 cuspal sublord is very good. 8 sublord also fine because it is second house to the 7th house. It is also supportive in combination with the 2 and 11. So because of the 4 and 2, 6, 10, I mean 6, 10 and 8, it is having some weakness. So let us take that, instead of giving dark green, we have to give light green. Just because of the 4th Lord, we cannot take it as a weak. If it is 4th Lord and also having other unfavorable grouping, then only we can say Saturn is going to be unfavorable. This is indicating some weakness, but 4th Lord also, 5th Lord occupying 7th house and 2, 11 cuspal sublord is good. And second planet Rahu also very strongly present. So definitely Saturn can be given light green. I'm not giving dark green. And Rahu, let us take second planet of the Saturn. Rahu, occupant of the 4th house, it is indicating weakness, but 5, 3, 7, it is good significator. And Saturn, second planet, is also good. So Rahu, occupant of the 4th house, and 5, 3, 7, 11 are good. So being the occupant of the 4th house and 5, 3, 7, and we can make Rahu either light green or blue. Because occupant of the 4th house, I'm giving 5, 3, 7. This is good only. We can give light green also, but to differentiate from the Saturn, I'm giving Rahu blue color because occupant of the 4th house. Then Mars, second Lord, 7th Lord, occupying 11th house, 1, 9 cuspal sublord. This is very good because it is not only for the marriage. 2 and 11 is good for the progeny, and 1, 9 also good for the, progeny prospects. So 2, 7, 11, 1, 9 in the absence of absence of unfavorable other houses, definitely Mars can be given dark green because 2, 7, 11 are very good house grouping and 1, 9, 9 also very good. Then we have to check the 11th Lord Sun. 11th Lord Sun in the star of, occupant of the 12th house, 4, 8, 12 star Lord. 11 is moving towards obstacles. This is not good. Being the 11th Lord, it can get some support from the other planet by way of conjunction or aspect or the supports. But 11th Lord occupying 12, 4, 8, 12 is not good. And Ketu is occupant of the 10th house, 3, 7, 11. This is supported to some extent. So Sun, we can give mixed significations, not light red. It's mixed significations. But because of the 12, 4, 8, 12, 11th Lord, we can also think of light red. But because of the second planet, because of the 11th house, we have to keep it in mind. If at all give light red, we have to keep it in mind. It is also 11th Lord. So what we can make it, because of the 12 and 4, 8, 12, we can give light red also because it is having weakness. It's not a free planet. Any planet in the star of Sun can cause obstacles because of the 4, 8, 12 also there. So let us make light red. Okay, then Moon. 10th Lord occupy 9th house, 1, 9 cuspal sublord. This is favorable. Not very strong because of the absence of second house or 11th house or 5th house. 9, 1, 9 are favorable only. But being the 10th Lord and 9, 1, 9, so we can make Moon is blue color. right? And 919 are good only, but we can give light green also, but this is not having any favorable 2 or 2 second house or 11th house or 5th house not present, and 10th Lord moon is not having any other favorable CL. So we have given blue only. And Jupiter planet. Jupiter is third lord, sixth lord occupying Lagna and fifth cuspal sublord. Fifth cuspal sublord, third lord and occupying Lagna, 5. This is good. But being the sixth lord, it is having some weakness. But favorable side is good. You can see 3, 1, and 5. This is good key planet. But only thing is, it is not having any second house or 11th house. If it was having, then it is going to be very good. But 3, 11, and 5th sublord is good. Because of the 6th lord, we can make that Jupiter is light green. Okay, Jupiter is light green. So we have given all the colors. Now Mercury is pending. 9th lord, 12th lord occupying 12th house. So 12 and 12 is weak. Being the 9th lord is fine, but 12 and 12 we can make it weak, we can make it mixed one. Okay, so we have given the colors. Ketu we are left. 10th occupant and 3, 7, 11 star lord and 10th sublord. So second planet is weak. Already we have given a light red, thinking that whether to give light red or pink. We have given this one, but for this Ketu we can give pink. But being the planet Ketu, the Karaga planet for the abortion also, because Ketu, but it is having 3, 7, 11 star lord, and 10 is not good. So what we can do is a mixed one. We cannot say it is a blue, it is a mixed one. So we have given the colors. Out of them, Venus, Sun are weak, and Ketu also mixed one. All other planets are favorable. Mercury is also weak. Now we have set the colors. Let us study the self-signification. Destiny. In the self-signification, I wanted to tell you, you can check which are the unfavorable key planets, Sun and Venus, 6 and 12, 4, 6, 12, 8 and 12, Sun is 8 and 12. So when there are unfavorable key planets are also present with the primary unfavorable house along with the 8 and 12 or other unfavorable, when two planets are there, one planet is weak, free planet, that is its role is limited, and other planet Sun is present. So that Sun represented by Ketu, the Ketu, Venus, and Sun. These three planets are having that unfavorable grouping. So these planets, if they are playing role for the fifth cuspal sublord or fifth lord, then if they are giving signification, definitely it will give obstacles or hurdles to the progeny. And these planets in the supports also can give trouble or obstacles to the progeny, right? So that way we have to keep this in also in mind. So now let us, this indication also indicating that it can support for the delay also, right? There are few key planets which are unfavorable. If they are ruling the Dasa period, Dasa Bhukti, it can delay the progeny also, right? Now let us check the destiny. Destiny planet, fifth lord. Let me open that significators. Fifth lord is Saturn and fifth sublord is Jupiter. So both the planets at the bottom, so we can easily check it. And let me open the natal chart also. Yeah, so let us keep this one. Okay, now fifth lord. Fifth lord, also fourth lord, Saturn is good. And star level sun planet is having weakness, right? 5 is supported by 11, but 4 is supported by 5 is getting obstacles by the second planet. 2 and 11 are getting some impact. But being the 11th lord and having got Ketun support, it is having some strength, but this is indicating some weakness to the fifth house matters. Now, when level is weak, then we immediately were to check whether it is getting any support from the support planet, favorable key planets, and if the star lord, it is not aggravating this planet, right? Sun in the star of Mars is a very good key planet. 2, 7, 11, 1, and 9. It is favoring to the 11th house and reducing the unfavorable strength of the Sun. That is well. So that because of that, it is good only. So unfavorable strength is not further supported, but it is further reduced by the favorable star lord. Next one is we have to check whether Sun is having any favorable key planet in its supports, especially that Saturn itself forming ruler link or any other key planets. Let us check. We can check with the EPS table also, whether we can check with the birth chart also. Let me open the EPS page. Saturn star lord Sun is having Jupiter. Our favorable strong key planet is there in conjunction and aspected by Saturn. This source planet, good key planet itself, is aspected by that Saturn. Sun is aspected by Saturn. So, and also Rahu also present in the support. So, Rahu is the another key planet here, favorable key planet. So, that star level planet is giving obstacle, but that is reduced by the 12 level planet, further supported by the ruler link planet from the Dasal, sorry, that fifth lord itself, and also Jupiter also passing ruler link, and Rahu also giving strength. So that way, when one level is becoming weaker, its strength has to be studied only by way of star lord of that planet is further supporting, and support planets also further supporting for the favorable. We have to check. Okay, I think you are able to understand. Now, fifth cuspal sublord. Fifth cuspal sublord is Jupiter. Jupiter is in the star of Rahu is good, and 2A level planet is Mars is good, sub is Moon is good. So all are favorable. So you can see all favorable key planets, important key planet in this Jupiter and Mars, because Mars is a good key planet, 2, 7, 11, 1, 9. The destiny planet which is making the destinies favorable is Rahu Saturn because of the 5, 7, 2, 11. They are also good. And star lord planet Mars. And these moon are supportive to the 3, 7, further supported by this one, and Rahu again coming. So Jupiter is support favorable, and star level, sub level are strongly favorable for the progeny. So now that unfavorable key planet of the Jupiter is conjoined with the Sun, and Jupiter is aspected by Saturn. Saturn is good key planet, so that is forming ruler link. And Jupiter is conjoined with the Sun, which is the one which is unfavorable. What are the unfavorable key planet? Venus and the Sun. So Jupiter in the sign of Venus and conjoined with the Sun. So that way, Venus, though it is strongly favorable, it is indicating some weakness by way of conjunction and also Rasi Lord. But that is not being further supported, but it is indicating some weakness that we have to keep it in mind. Unfavorable key planets which are influencing the destiny planet, Venus and Sun are influencing the Jupiter. So that we are able to, I think we are able to follow. Now we have to check destiny is promising and the favorable key planet which are favoring for the destiny. What are the destiny planet? Jupiter and second level planet Rahu, Saturn, importantly Saturn, and 12 planet Mars is very good. Mars is a very good key planet. That way it is good. And Moon is supportive. So Moon is supportive. Only that's not a problem. It is good. So strong planet, green, 3 planets are playing role here. Now we have to check the Dasa Lord. In which Dasa the native got married. Let us check in which Dasa the native got married. Just a minute. The native got married during Jupiter Dasa, Ketu Bugdi, Mercury Antra. I will tell you the date. 11 November 1992. 11 November 1992. Just a minute. Marriage happened in date of marriage 11 November 1992. Let us check the periods. 1992. Jupiter, November, October, November. Ketu, November. So Mercury. Ketu, Mercury. So 22 years old. So they mean at the young age only. They got married, love marriage. So then what is that period? Jupiter Dasa, Ketu Bugdi, and Mercury Antra, the native got love marriage. Love marriage. Okay. Now let us check the whether that uh, destiny planet, sorry, Dasa Lord is favoring for the marriage. Which Dasa? Jupiter. Jupiter already we discussed. Jupiter, fifth sublord in the star of your planet, 537. And similarly, Rahu also in the star of this Mars, 2, 7, all are favorable for their love marriage or promised, right? So Jupiter Dasa is good. In the Jupiter Dasa, which are the planet Bugdi Lord, which is supportive for the marriage, Ketu Bugdi. Ketu Bugdi, Mercury Antra. Look at Ketu Bugdi. Ketu is fine. 3711, 3711, 3711. Sublord is Rahu. So sublord is Rahu. Ketu having that sun, obstacle causing planet. But Ketu is good for the marriage prospect I'm talking about. So if you check that Ketu, if it is having favorable K planet, you can see Ketu by second planet, sun is having Jupiter, Saturn is all there, and Rahu also there in supports. It means Jupiter second planet is getting the influence of the Jupiter. Ketu second planet sun is getting the influence of the Dasa Lord, Jupiter, and also Rahu also playing role. So that way, that Ketu favored for the marriage during its period. In Ketu, Mercury Antra gave the marriage. So Ketu Mercury is going to end because a small period, right? So Ketu 11th month they got married, and 12th month middle that Ketu Bugdi itself is over. Then comes the Venus Bugdi. So actually 22 years they got married. They wanted to postpone the pregnancy for the for a progeny for some periods because they wanted to postpone because of the younger age. So you can check after Ketu, Venus was running. You check whether Venus is supportive for the pregnancy. Venus itself is having weakness strongly, that to a free planet. Lagna 181462. Lagna itself is not interested in this. That is clearly indicated here. Star Lord Jupiter is fine, and 2 level is fine. Sublord also fine. Star Lord of the sublord is also fine. So, though the source planet is not favorable for the pregnancy, and Dasa Lord Jupiter already in the sign of Venus, the unfavorable key planet which is influencing the Dasa Lord is Venus and Sun. That Venus itself is ruling, and moreover, you can see star level planet 315, sub-level planet 537. Talking about 3535 only here. Here, Lagna is talking to 462. Star Lord is not talking about second house or 11th house. 5 is there, 3 is there. And 211 houses are not strongly indicated by the Bugdi Lord. Instead of that, 1, 8, 6, 12, 4, 6, 12 are present. So, Lagna itself is present. So, Lagna is not much supportive, not inclined towards that pregnancy. You understand? So, they wanted to postpone the progeny during that Venus. So Venus was running. Venus is not favorable. It is supportive, but not very strong. But because of this weakness, they postpone, right? The favorable key planet in the Dasa Lord Jupiter, which is the favorable strong key planet supportive for the pregnancy. Jupiter is fine, but look which planet is further supporting. Rahu and Mars, because Mars is strongly 2, 7, 11 one time, and this one supported by the Saturn. Rahu, Saturn, Mars are strongly planet, good key planet, which is favoring for the pregnancy, right? So in that period, you can see Venus is not good. Venus is weak, we can say, and Sun itself is not good, right? And same planet repeating here. So this is not good. Sun is not going to be strongly favorable for the pregnancy. But you can see Sun in the star of Mars. Mars is good. And sublord planet Venus is having some weak signification. But that Venus can be supported by the Mars, because I remember, just a minute, sublord planet Venus is in the star of Jupiter is favorable, and Venus is in the sign of Mars. So Mars is passing rural link to the Venus. So that way we can say that is having some supportive, but for the conception, or it is not strongly favorable because of the weakness or strongly present. Now after Sun, Moon. Let us check Moon. Moon is good. On its own, it is favorable. Rahu is strongly playing. Rahu, Mars. The good key planets of the Dasa Lord is playing role at the star level and 2A level, and sub-level itself is Jupiter's coming. So 19537, this favorable, supported by 2711, supported by this. So definitely Moon will favor for the progeny. Jupiter Dasa, Moon Bukti. So by the time Venus approximately 3 years gone, and Sun, so 3 plus 4, approximately 4 years gone, right? So after that only, that Moon period is supported for the pregnancy and progeny. So now within that Moon, in favorable antra, that conception has to take place. Favorable antra, because in Moon Bukti, in favorable antra only the conception can take place. Which is the favorable antra? Favorable antra which is having the favorable key planets of these Bukti and Dasa. Rahu, Mars is strongly playing. Rahu or Saturn, Mars, they are present, and Jupiter also present. Well and good. Let us check that Mars, this is not good. Rahu star level okay, but 2A level is not good. And this is fine, but 2A level and sub level is having some not very strong. This is having some weakness. It is having some weakness because occupant of the 4th house and having got this one, right? So, but look at Jupiter. Jupiter is good, and star level is Rahu, though it is occupant of the 4th house. It is a good key planet supported by Mars and supported by the Moon. Here also Moon, here also Moon, but there is a difference. The thing is, from the source effect, it is forming good grouping, and 2A level planet is our strong, favorable key planet, Mars. So Jupiter Dasa, Moon Bugdi, and Jupiter Antra, it's supported for the pregnancy. So after that pregnancy, after the 9 months of conception, that native was running Jupiter Dasa, Moon Bugdi was not over. At the time of the completion of the 9 months, let us check the 9 months. Jupiter Dasa, which Bugdi? Moon Bugdi, na? Moon Bugdi, Jupiter Antra conception taken place. Then if you calculate from 12th month of 96, approximately how many months for 9 months, if you calculate, and how many months, which month it will fall in. And for example, January, February, March, April, May, June, July, August, September. So December, if you calculate, so approximately September 1997. So Venus is up to 7-9. So Venus or Sun. So Sun or Venus is going to be the favorable one, but 9th month is completely falling in the Sun Antra. During that period only, the delivery period is falling. It is not that that period only will be favorable. During that last month of 9th month completion, that Sun was ruling. Let us check how this Sun. You see, Jupiter Dasa, Moon Bugdi. So in Moon Bugdi, which is the favorable key planet, Rahu and Saturn and Mars, right? And Jupiter. At the time of the delivery, Sun was running. For the delivery antra, that if it is having some weak signification, that will give some obstacles or hurdles in the delivery. But you can see Sun is 11, 2, 7, 11. Good key planet for the, pregnancy or delivery, it is ruling. Sun 2, 7, 11, 1 and 9. Sublevel Venus is having weakness, but this is forming ruler link already we discussed. Venus is getting the influence from the Mars. It is supportive, that further supported by the Jupiter. Antra period, at the time of the delivery, we cannot expect it will have a strong favorable key planets in its rulers, because after the 9 months, when it is going to happen, it may be favorable or it may be supportive. But importantly, at the time of the delivery and also the conception, the Bugdilad and Antralad, if they are having that 11th house, second house, and fifth house, apart from that 11th house significators are ruling, that will complete the chain. It will favor for the delivery also. Conception also, this is good, and delivery also, this is good. But the conception is taken place during the Jupiter Antra. Jupiter is having the 2, 7, 11, right? Which planet is made that conception strongly? Rahu in the star of Mars, and Saturn also having that 2, 2, 11. No, this is favorable. That is playing role at the star lord. So definitely Sun being the 11th lord, having got this, it will support for the delivery. So though it is having some weakness, but weakness is reduced. For the delivery, it is fine. Okay, you can see from Venus, why Venus just about 1 month before the Venus was running. Because of it was falling under the 1 month before. That is one reason. Another reason, it has got some weakness at the source. Where here weakness is at the last level. But this last level weakness is being supported by the ruler link Mars and also Jupiter. Here Jupiter is present here, but Mars is there at the last level only. But one more thing, star level planet is star level, 2 level planet is Mars is strongly playing supportive for the 211 groupings. That is not present here. Because of that, it is indicating some weakness. Suppose Venus is the period which is falling at the time of, at the edge of that 9th month, definitely Venus would have supported, because it is also having that favorable key planet at the star level. But more than that, Sun in which that period falling, so it is having that key planets, it is supported for the delivery. So that date of childbirth, in just a minute, 13th September 1997, 13th September 1997, 13th September, just a minute, 19th September, October. Yeah, so it is in the border. No, Sun Antra. Moon Bugdi Sanantra, the delivery happened. Okay, so that way that birth of the first child happened during this period. So in which period the delivery happened? Let me note it down. Moon Dasa and Jupiter Dasa. Sorry. Let me erase. Jupiter Dasa, Moon Bugdi, and Sun Antra delivery happened, the first child. Okay. Now after Moon, so 1 year if you go, then Moon will be over, then Mars will be coming, and Mars is not good, and Rahu will be coming. So Rahu is okay, but they wanted to give some more, some delay. So for the second child, so they did not go for any pregnancy during this period. Though it is having some favorable signification for the second child, that Sun at the 12 level having some obstacles. So, but still it is supportive and for the pregnancy, and but they wanted to delay the pregnancy. So that Jupiter Dasa was over, right? After the Jupiter Dasa, then Saturn Jupiter Dasa, Saturn Dasa was running. So whether Saturn Dasa is favorable for the pregnancy, that we have to check, right? Saturn Dasa is having that good key planet and star level having that hurdles, and 2A level, sublevel, all are favorable. It indicates some obstacles are there at the star level. So definitely there will be delay in the pregnancy, though that source planet is strongly supportive. Star level planet already discussed, it is getting the support from the other planets. That way it is not weak, though, but it will cause obstacles and delay. Now, in the Saturn Mahadasa, which Bugdi will favorable? In own Bugdi? No, own Bugdi not possible. So, which Bugdi will favorable? We have to check it. So, in the Saturn Dasa, which is the favorable key planet? Definitely Saturn, and Sui level planet Mars, very good key planet. And our Rahu, Saturn, and Moon is going to be supportive. In addition to that, Jupiter also will be playing role because Jupiter is the fifth cuspal sublord. You check after Saturn, Mercury coming. Mercury is ninth lord. Okay, it's supportive. I have not changed the event to child check-in. With the child one itself, I am checking. So there is no change in the favorable and unfavorable houses. So because of that, I am using the same event only. Now, Mercury in the star of Mars is a good key planet. 2, 7, 11, and 1. So this seventh house, second house, is, supportive for the second baby. Third house to the fifth house is seventh house, and 2, 7, 11, 1, 9 are favorable. And that is in the star of Sun. It is indicating some weakness only at the 2A level, right? Sub-level planet Jupiter is good. So Mercury, Mars, Jupiter, and Rahu, all the favorable key planets of the Saturn is playing role. In Saturn Dasa, Mercury Bugdi having got good grouping, 2, 5, 7, 11, 9 houses are playing role. And ninth lord also, it will favor for the conception. So that period will be favorable. Saturn Dasa, Mercury Bugdi will be favorable. So in Saturn Dasa, Mercury Bugdi, star lord is strongly favorable. Sublord also supporting to that. So in Saturn Dasa, suppose that, let me check, I have mistakenly opened this. Where is Mars? Mars is conjoined with the, Mercury. So Mars is aspecting to Mercury. So, conjoined to Mercury. So Mercury also getting the support of this. And where is Jupiter? Jupiter, any connection to the Mars? Any other planet is influencing Mars? Mars is not influenced by any other planets. Okay, it's not a problem. So now, planet, star lord, and sublord are favorable key planet, and in Dasa Lord Saturn, Mercury Bugdi, Mercury Antra itself is strong enough to conception because 9, 2, 7, 11, 1, 9 and 3, 1, 5 and last level also favorable. Only the 2A level has got weakness, right? So that way it is not a problem, but 3 levels are good. So Saturn Dasa, Mercury Bugdi, Mercury Antra itself, the conception is taken place, and you know which period the delivery happened. So Mercury, let us check. Mercury. Saturn Dasa, Mercury Bugdi. It is running from February to October middle. So within that Mercury, so which period will be favorable? Which period is having that strong favorable key planet? Mars in their ruler strongly. Ketu is not strong. Venus is not strong. Sun is having that Mars, but sublevel is not strong for the conception. Moon is fine, or Mars itself having some weakness, but supportive to some extent. So either Moon or Rahu will be favorable for the conception under the Mercury. So Moon or Rahu means in the 5th month or in the 8th month. 8th month of the 2005. So suppose if you calculate the progeny gestation period, in which period that delivery would have happened. That delivery happened during the January 2005. During that, Mercury Venus was running. Mercury Venus. I think no. Mercury, yes, Saturn, Mercury, and Venus. Yes, Mercury, Venus was running. So I forgot. I checked mistakenly the conception period. Mercury conception within that Antra. So Antra is Mercury only. Sukshma will be within this any of this period. So Sukshma, if it is happened either the 4th month or 5th month, because of the moon, Mars are coming. Na? So in that, if you calculate, so Mercury Bukti, Mercury Antra in Sukshma of this favorable 4th month or 5th month, that conception taken place 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. 12th month is for completing the 9 months. December 2004 is completing the 9th month. So that time, December 2004 is falling in the Venus Antra only, right? December 2004 is falling in that, and delivery happened in the Venus Antra. What is the date? I said just a minute. The delivery of the second child is 7th January 2005. Mercury Sukshma. I will note it down. Mercury Sukshma. Venus Antra, Mercury Sukshma. Just a minute. Second child conception is Saturn Dasa, Mercury Bugdi, Mercury Antra itself. Within that, in Mars, moon period, mostly moon, because moon is having these good key planets, and Mars also playing, Jupiter also playing, this good key planet favorable for the conception. Within that Mercury, the delivery after 9 months of period, Mercury and Venus Antra was running. So Venus Antra for the delivery. So you can check that Venus Antra was running at the last trimester of the day, pregnancy. Venus itself indicating some weakness. This is not good for the conception, but for the delivery, it can favor, because star lord is Jupiter, 2 level is Rahu. They are all favorable for the child. You can see the favorable key planets. Rahu 5, 3, 7, 2, 11, all are present. Favorable key planet of the Bugdilad. Bugdilad is which planet? Mercury Bugdi. Mercury Bugdi is having the strong favorable K planet is Mars, Jupiter, and Rahu. So Mars is playing, Jupiter, Rahu are playing, but Venus is not strong enough for the conception. But for the delivery, the Venus period is falling as an antra. No other way it has to support, right? But since the Bugdilad itself is having favorable 2, 7, 11, 1, 9, all these things, so it is strong enough. And antra in Venus is having that Mars in its supports, right? Because Venus is posted in the sign of Mars only. I hope so. Just a minute. Venus is posted in the sign of Mars. So that Mars is influencing or Venus is getting the support of the Mars. That is the key planet of the Bugdilad, and Jupiter also playing role. This is for more than enough. Within Mars, the delivery happened. Within the Mars also, we check the Sukshma, mostly it is coming Mercury only. Because Mercury is that in Sukshma, which is having that favorable key planet. So, that is what I used to say, that delivery, that pregnancy or progeny is talking about two phases, one conception and delivery. So conception will take place during that favorable supportive buddhi and supportive antra. So then delivery, we don't have control, because after 9 months of period, that period will be falling in a supportive or strong favorable buddhi. So within that Bugdi, then when in favorable Antra can delivery happen, or supportive Antra. But if the Andhra is having, or Bugdi is having that second house, 11th house, 5th house in their rulers, good key planets of the Dasa Lord is good. And even if it is missing within that Antra, which is not having that 2 or 5 or 11, that 5 is present, but 2 and 11 is not present. In the Sukshma, it will be supportive for that. So they will complete the chain, because second house, 11th house, and 5th house grouping are important. So that way that 11th house, 2 and 11 are adding value, adding a person to the family. So that will support for the delivery also. So that way, when we are studying the progeny, based on the key planets, based on the level-wise study, we can find whether that period is supportive for the conception and delivery. We would have seen that the conception, the planet would have, the period would have supported for the conception during the favorable period. Definitely that the period which for the conception need not to be a strong favorable one, but it should have the strong favorable key planet, and it should be free from the influence of the unfavorable key planet. So which is already influencing the Dasa Lord, destiny planet. Destiny planet's unfavorable key planet, if it is not playing role in the Buddhi and Antra, and that will be support for the conception. But whereas for the delivery, that Antra period, it can have some unfavorable, but it should have the favorable key planets in its rulers, with along, especially with the second house, 11th house, and the influence of the favorable key planets of the Buddhi Lord, that will be playing role. So that way it can support. Of course, the transit also can support to that. So I think you are able to understand how that native wanted to postpone the pregnancy because Dasala is strong enough, destiny is strong enough, and so they can postpone. But destiny is influenced by the unfavorable planet, that Venus and Sun, obstacle causing planet. So because of that, during that unfavorable or mixed planet, some weak significant are present, that Lagna itself is connected to 4, 8, 12 combination. So Lagna postponed and waited for the favorable Buddhi free from the unfavorable key planets, and having got favorable key planets in their star level and sub level, it favored for the conception followed by the delivery. I think you're able to understand. You please watch this video again and you cast the chart in your software and check for yourself. Then you will understand the impact of the level-wise study. So we will meet in the next video. Thank you. Good luck.